So you just bought a bike offline or at a department store and it was not assembled and it came to you in a box. That's some of the best ways to get a bike, in my opinion, other than you could go to a bike shop that actually sells bikes. You know, not talking the big box stores. The bigger box stores like Shields Sporting Goods, regular bike shops, they get bikes in boxes just like this shipped to them. They are professionals. They know how to, they've got the right team of people to put them together correctly, make sure they're tuned up and right for you. But you didn't do that. You're either clicked on this video because you just got one of these in a box, or you're thinking about buying one online, but you're worried about putting it together. Don't be afraid. A small handful of tools is all you need to put it together. I'm going to show you the basic. This is for an e-bike of this kind of nature, or a regular bike. These are all the same kind of things you're going to go through, some of the things you're going to face and things you're going to have to do when you pull it out of the box. Now, this isn't an unboxing video per se. I'm not supporting any particular brand. I just bought a bike in a box. And I thought that would be a really good video to show people how it's put together, because what transpired with me last week is I ran into people at the store that wanted to buy a box, but it wasn't assembled, but they really wanted to get one for their daughter for their birthday, and they wanted to give it to her that day, but they didn't have one that was assembled. They had one in a box. Being the good guy I am, I told them I'd put it together for you out in the parking lot, and that's what I did. So got me to thinking, there's a lot of people, I take what I know for granted sometimes. And there's a lot of people that have their trained profession in what they do, and putting a bike together isn't one of those. And it does take a little bit of mechanical aptitude, but it's one of those, if you can see it and then repeat it, most likely you can do it too. The only thing you would lack is the actual experience of what is good and isn't good when you're playing around with it. I'll kind of show you some of the things to watch for, look for, and make sure it happens when you put your bike together. So hopefully this video will help out a multitude of people get themselves or their kids into biking in maybe a more economical fashion, because there's a lot of good bikes out there online. There's so many bike manufacturers out there, so many e-bike manufacturers and regular bike manufacturers. Everybody's building a bike. And I want to show you what to look for and what to watch for and how to do it. So without further ado, I think I said everything I wanted to say. I don't do scripts, guys. I just do things and record it and hope everything comes out right. Looks like we have a component box in here. Usually bikes are packed up very solid, firmly in their boxes so that they don't get damaged in shipment, because some of the components are, let's just say, sort of fragile, but not completely fragile. Most of the bikes are, pretty tough. Their componentries are pretty tough. I don't know if I can lift this one out by myself. I'm going to go ahead and pull the tape off the seat, or the cardboard off the seat piece here. That was around the seat. And I'm going to unlock the seat and just take that out for now. We'll show you how that goes back on in a little bit. And what else can I lift out here? This isn't what I would call light, but it is manageable. There, it's out of the box. Check your boxes for any. Some of this stuff is just for packaging. Feels like there's just cardboard. Just cardboard. Usually there's a manual in here. I'm hoping I find that. It's not quite showing up in my face. This looks like, what do we got here? More protection maybe. This is all cardboard protection to protect the stem and the neck and all that fun stuff. Actually very well packed so far. Can't complain. I got my utility knife. What actually works really nice for these things is a little nipper, I call it. Where is it at? I got him here. Right here. A knife you could cut yourself with. These little nippers. I use them for nipping off like zip ties and stuff. They work good for cutting zip ties as well. So this is just tape. Let's see here. That one was already in 2 pieces. Just start cutting your zip ties. Start freeing the pieces from their packaged condition. Just like here we have a front fender. We'll set that aside with the seat and other parts. I'll cut this little piece off here. We'll get the tire separated from things. There again, using a knife, you could accidentally cut your tire. You don't want that to happen, do you? Still hooked on somewhere down here. Oh, it's over the crank arm here. Get rid of that. Some plastic caps that are on the end of these. Could you put that on afterwards? Yeah, we'll save that. This particular bike has 27-inch wheels. This little box was, I don't think it has anything else in it. This was just to protect the disc brake. You're either going to have disc brakes or V-brakes nowadays for the most part. About all you see in the stores anymore. Which are fine. These are mechanical disc brakes, which some people frown on them. But they are easier to set up and get going. You don't have to bleed them or anything like you do with other bikes. Just like a 160 millimeter disc on the front. We'll continue to cut things here. This one's in kind of a neat gray color. Be careful when you're like cutting. This one here has wires. Oh, let's see if I can get this around here so you can see. This has wires that are connected to the handlebar. Don't want to put a lot of stress on those. This has a little fork protector on the front end, on the end, that it's sitting on right now. I'm gonna try to do a lot of this. I got a little bike thing here, but I'm gonna do this with basically what you guys have at home. Just to show you that you can be done. Just about got everything uncovered here. I'm leaving this in real time so you guys get an idea of how much effort it's going to take to do it when you get home. Get your bike home or gets delivered to your house. I'd be doing you a disservice if I sped it up, or if I have any pitfalls, didn't share those with you. Trying not to let this thing fall over on me. All right. So what I wouldn't mind doing is getting that wheel on the front end and getting it set up on that. Then I can put the kickstand down while I play around with the handlebars. But I kind of want to go into this component box and share with you what components may or may not be in this box. First thing in the component box I'm seeing, we got a little ding ding bell to put on the handlebar. We'll throw that in the seat right there. What else we got? A couple of pedals. Now these aren't going to be high quality pedals, folks. These are all plastic. These are probably something you'll change out. Be one of the first things I would change out, but this bike will go many, many, many miles without you having to do with that. Got a front reflector for safety. The ones on the front are white, the ones on the rear are red. What else we got in here? It comes with some Allen wrenches, some hex wrenches, and some like box end style wrenches for some things. These won't be high quality, I guarantee you that, but they might be enough to get your bike together. What else we got here? Huh. Got a hex wrench with a Phillips on one end. That could be handy. And we got the front wheel skewer. What does it say? Warning, failure to properly adjust the quick release may result in wheel loss and serious personal injury. If you have questions about how to operate the bicycle and the quick release mechanism, blah, 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 I'll show you that when I get there. I can pull that off. Don't need that, because I'll show you what we're going to do there. But the rest of it, so right out of the gate, I'm a little bit worried, because, I shouldn't say worried, this was a box that was, I don't know when it was opened, but it was opened at the store. It was brought out to me, and the lid was cracked open, and there's some important pieces for an e-bike that are missing. That won't stop us from putting this bike together, but it's some key components that's missing. One of them being the battery charger. And usually they come with two keys, which the key is usually to remove the lock. And the other big thing is the manual. I like to have the manual because it has contact information in there on who to contact if you have, for instance, say you didn't get your manual. Right out of the gate, we got a problem. We got a problem. Now I'm going to try not to do anything without telling you why I'm doing it. So let's get in here a little tighter. Now you're going to have two hex bolts on this particular model. A lot of them have that. This is pointing, the forks are pointing, should be angled forward. Should be angled away from the middle of the bike, angled forward. This is on here backwards, primarily because it is for shipping. Because if it's hanging out here, it's just more things that could get damaged. So right now, we're just going to kind of eyeball this perpendicular to this line. See if I can show you what I'm talking about here. So when I'm looking down this line, I'm looking at the front fork down here, kind of making sure this is perpendicular to the fork. And then I'm just snugging it up now. We're not going to tighten it up yet. We're not done with the tightening, but we just wanted it to stay and not move. So there we go, just bringing it in snug. Like that. Now we need the other Allen wrench. I'm going to try to do this with all the tools that came with it. Not every bike will come with the tools. Just want to let you know that up front. So we're going to go ahead and back these all the way off. Because we're going to slip our handlebars in there right now. Because right now if I tried to put the tire on with the handlebars hanging down there, it's going to be a pain for me. Now this thing isn't crazy stable right now, so I'm trying to be very careful not to let it fall over. Now if there's two people, that's great because somebody can hold, you know, can stabilize things while you're being the mastermind putting it all together. So we got those 4 screws out. We're going to set those up real close to me so I can get my hands on them. We'll pick the handlebars up. And this particular one has this little markings here. And if you see here on the front of this clamp, there's a window. And it has little lines on it. That helps you align things up. So we're going to go ahead and put this, hold it up kind of loosely right there. I've got my one. I dropped it. That's why I can't have nice things. Just going to try to get all the bolts started. That way it'll hold the handlebar in place for me. Oh, bike's trying to fall. Somebody help me. I'm all alone. I'm just starting off with a rough alignment. We're not really, I'm just using this end to tighten it. That'll, just that little bit of pressure there will keep the bars from moving around on me. Now we're ready to start doing, I'm gonna show you something on the front real quick. See how I got that? It's not quite centered left and right there yet. We'll get that taken care of. Plus, to see how this gap is here. I don't know if I can get you a picture of the gap down here. We want to get those gaps. I like to get them symmetrical if possible. That way all the screws and the clamps are doing all the same amount of work, as it were. But at this point, we'll back up a little bit. We're just about ready to put a wheel on. Now, what you got to make sure when you're putting this wheel on is this disc has got to go in between the brake pads down there. So if I lift this up, I'm just going to kind of tip it up. You guys follow me up here. And I'm going to look, there's a little protector. I would call it a protector. It's a spacer that's in between your brake pads. That'll cause you a little bit of a headache if you don't pull that out. Here again, this piece here, it's just there for shipping purposes only. Doesn't mean anything. Now, while I'm holding this up by the handlebar, this might be difficult for a lot of people to do. I'm going to kind of balance the bike right here. I hope I got a good shot of this. And we're just going to slip this right in here like this. Should fit. Just like that. I'm going to hold on to the tire while I'm lowering it down. Now that's not tightened. That's just sitting there right now. We're on the floor. I can actually kick the kickstand down and it'll actually set up on its own now. So we're a long ways away, a long ways there to get it assembled, and we're at like 20 minutes including unboxing. and introduction and everything. Whoa, what the heck? My skewer flew apart. So when you put this skewer on here, you're going to put that in there like this. So this spring, if it comes apart on you, this little detent here fits right in that little thing right there. So it rolls back and forth. The spring, the small end, points inward. Always. So we'll put this end on, but not yet. So what I'm going to do, we're going to slide this through with the spring on this side. Slide it through here. We'll put the small side in. Small side of the spring in. Just like that, we're getting it on. Let's get it on. Now, me, I just put the skewer on this side. I kind of want it on the other side, but I'm going to switch it. I always like mine on the right side. I don't know why. It's really not an interference thing on anything that's going to hurt. Does the same job from either direction. Now we're seated down. I'm pushing down right here to make sure that the axle is seated. Let's see if I can get you in here for this part. I just got a text. Who is it? The boss? Inside food is done. They're supposed to give me a heads up. Okay, we'll pause for the cause here for just a little bit. All right, I wanted to get you right down here on top of this. So I want to show you the adjustment on my skewer here. I've got this thing so you will, on some forks, you'll actually collapse a little bit. You'll be pulling in this till it touches the axle nuts, which is what we're doing here. We got this one seated right there. Is about where it makes contact with the axle nut, and then it cams on over. That's going to hold your wheel in. These are countersunk here, so even if it comes loose, this should still keep it from falling out, but you want to be very careful with that. Now I've got this little thing here lined up how I want it, centered left and right. I got the bars with the pitch angle where I like it. I kind of straddled the bike and looked at it. Now we'll finish tightening that down with the provided wrench. So far the wrenches seem to be working okay. There again, making sure you got equal gap top and bottom. Try to get the same amount of tension on all four bolts. You get these things snug, they really aren't going to move anywhere. That's pretty tight. Now you're going to want to grab the front brake and kind of rock the bike forward and back. And see if you feel any play in this neck here. If you happen to feel play in the neck, this is important because you want to take care of that. You're going to pull this little cap off, set it aside. You're going to loosen these clamp bolts here so that they're not tight. This has a bolt that goes into the stem and pulls all this bearing assembly together. So you want to back this off far enough so it's not holding anything. And then you can take and just, you don't want to tighten this crazy tight, but if you feel any play, you want to do that and then see if there's any play left. Once the play is all gone, then you're good. Now we're going to straddle the bike, and I'm going to line up my front handlebar stem with the front tire. Once you get that perfectly straight where you want it, then we'll snug these bolts back down, these pinch bolts back down. And that's going to lock everything in place. We're so close now, it's not even funny. That's the most of the assembly as far as assembling it. Then we're going to go into checking it over. Drop my tool. Got that tight. Handlebars are good and tight. Lined up where I want it. That's awesome. Oh. We can put the pretty little bolt hider right back in place there. Now all we got left is the seat. I shouldn't say all. We still got a front fender. Now here on the seats, you're going to have, you don't want to go past 0. Anywhere in here is fine, but don't stick it down past here, up, too high. That'll cause a problem. And I'm just going to stick this in here for now, just to kind of hold it. I'm not trying to get it crazy tighter or perfect, but we're just going to lock that down there for now. Because I do have the bike stand here, I'm going to put up in the bike stand so I can finish it up, since I don't have anybody here to help me hold it. There. We still got a front fender, a light, got our pedals, and a little ding-ding bell. Now this is the wrench they provided for you to put your pedals on. There's not a lot of leverage there at all. And they are marked left and right. So you put L and L together here. And the cool part about left is this going to be left-hand threads. No, yeah. So it's, am I going to get this started today? There we go. Now I'm probably going to swap these pedals out after a while. But for the sake of this video, we're putting these on. And you should be able to start them in by hand. There shouldn't be a whole lot of resistance here at all. Now this, I guarantee you can't get enough leverage to tighten those as tight as they need to be. Plus, there's too much slop in the wrenches. If you do it with just this and this tool, this tool alone, you're going to have problems. You're going to mess things up eventually. As soon as you stand up on the pedals, things are going to get a little uglier on you real quick. I'm going to get an actual pedal wrench out. Pedal wrench is going to have something that's a little bit more leverage, right? Part tool, PW-5 tool. Most bike shops have these for sale. So now I can actually get some serious leverage on that and get it tight. And you can use this other arm to give you leverage though. There we go. Now the chain came off, so I'm gonna just put the chain back on here. It was off while it was in the box for whatever reason. There we go. Alrighty. Now it's at this point in time, we're not done yet. But I want to go over, I got this little park tool. It's an AWS-1. All the Allen wrenches that came with the kit will fit it. But I want to use it. I want to just double check every little bolt that's holding things on here to make sure they're tight enough, because the last thing you want to do is have any of this come loose on your first ride. You're going to be very disappointed on the outcome. Let's see here. What else we got? Everything's been pretty good. When you really start to notice stuff is after you ride it and it's broke in a little bit. You'll have a little cable stretch here and there and stuff like that. But the brakes, I think the brakes will be fine the way they are right now. I got one rubbing pretty hardcore here. Oh, I don't have the wheel in here square. When I loosened it up to show you guys, I had it a little bit crooked. We got some rubbage going on here. Now this is by no means a tutorial on how to adjust your brakes, but these should have a little bit of play in them. Right now it's too far to one side. It almost feels like this whole caliper needs to come out just a skosh. So I'm going to see if I can loosen this up a little bit. I got two of them here. See, this will float around now. I'm gonna try something. If this works, it'll be a miracle. I'm holding the brake while snugging this down. I'm kind of hoping this will hold it where it needs to be, centered, without doing anything weird to it. We'll see if it works. Seems like it should. My mechanical aptitude says it should, but it ain't always right. Yeah, that didn't work, so we're going to try to just scooch it over here. That's already a lot better. Sometimes that method will work, sometimes it don't, I guess. I don't know. Loosen this one up and see if I can get this one. It seems like it's too far that way right now. Looking at the pads and how things are sitting. So far, this has been the slowest part of the whole process, getting this dialed in a little bit better. Oh, look at that, just barely kissing it now. That's what I want. We're just gonna gently... They're rubbing very lightly right now, but I think I'm going to live with that and let them burn in a little bit, and then we'll adjust it from there. That took a while to get that done, more than I expected. But sometimes that's what you pay the bike shop to do, is mess around with that, but you're very capable. Everybody's very capable of doing a lot of this stuff themselves. These plastic fenders are actually pretty nice. I have to say so myself. Now down here, we're going to come down here just a little bit. We're going to pull these off. They're not tight. These hold the lower fender in place. The fender strut, as it were. We'll pull that out. Pull the one out on the other side. Nothing more awesome than getting a new bike and putting it together. I really like it. Now, according to this, I did one of them differently that when I put one of these together recently. As the headlight goes right here, we're going to put that bolt right there, right through there. Where'd it go? Like that. And then you can put the fender up through here like this, and I'm going to put the fender on the back side. So once I got that kind of loosely hanging there, I don't want to tighten that up yet. Then we'll put these back in. It's got a washer and not really any lock washer there. Looks like there might be a little gray paint, or maybe it's blue Loctite in the hole. If it was blue Loctite, it would have been stuck already, but so it's not blue Loctite. All right, we'll put the one on the other side. Get it started. I'll snug those down good and tight. And now we're ready to snug this guy down. The little triangle wrench is going to be a little bit slow here, but it won't be any slower than the wrench that came with it either. So now I know the headlight's not straight yet. Just give me a minute. Now it's getting tight. I want to get that pulled up like that. Yep, just like that. Still using the provided wrench to hold the nut in place while I snug this down. Everything's looking good. Really nice and tight. All right, that's looking party. Woo! All right, we're getting really close now. Now here, you want to remove before riding. Please, before returning to store, contact customer service. We are glad to assist you with any parts or assembly problems you might have. Email Phoenix USA Support, and it's their phone number, so hang on to that. Because guess what? We got to call that. And I'll share with you in just a minute why. go ahead and cut that off. Now, a lot of e-bikes are going to come, most e-bikes are going to come with a key. And that key, and usually when you get the charger and the manual, you'll get another key inside there. There's usually 2 keys. And that key is designed to be able to do like that. You can take your battery out, which is a real good idea, especially if you're going to store your bike in the wintertime, for instance, and you don't have climate controlled area where you don't want this battery to freeze. Doesn't do them any favors when they freeze. Okay, let's flip this around to where you guys can see something here. Now this is where if you have 2 people, it also makes this job easier, or if you have a bike stand like I got here. Now I want you to listen to something here, because this isn't adjusted quite right. Up on this end you have your shifter. Click it up to go up, click it down to go down. That's what I'll be doing that you won't be able to see me doing. Just had to show you that real quick. This is the difference between good shifting performance and bad shifting performance. So right, I'm going to do, I'm rolling this around right now, pedaling, right? No batteries turned on or nothing. I'm going to click it up once. Hear how I clicked that up once and it didn't move? I click it again and it jumped up 2. We'll click it down. But I'm going to go back up. See, I'm up. It's trying to climb that next gear, but it can't. It's just stuck in between gears. What that tells me is the cable is out of adjustment. Now, there is a barrel nut right here. And there's one on the shifter end as well, I believe. No, there is not. Not on this one. So there's a little bit of adjustment here. Now, I wanted to show you this. See how much thread is hanging out here? You can adjust this a little bit, but don't take it all the way out. If you have to adjust it that much, you want to actually pull some more cable out. Alrighty, now, what I'm going to do to fix that, so as I get one click, I don't always get the climb up to the next gear. So that means my cable's too long. So if I back it out, I'm going to go like 3 clicks right there. This got little detents. I went out 3. Let's see what it does this time. Click it once. See, it just went right up in there. A little hesitation there. Clicking it down, 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 down. I'm gonna give it one more quarter turn back. Now what you hear when it goes to each gear is it's quiet once it gets into that gear. Up. You hear a click and you get a gear. Hear a click, get a gear. Here, get a click. There you go. And it doesn't go too far. If you push all the way forward and it goes too far, that's another adjustment we have to make. But we're not going to do that on this video. Down, down. Now I'm gonna see if I can grab a whole bunch of gears here. Yeah, I can go all the way up, but I can only go down one at a time. And one at a time going up now. Feels like I could go another half a turn here. Yeah, that's instant now. I've still got a lot of adjustment left there, guys. The nice thing is if you start hearing this thing going clatter, 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 clatter while you're in a gear, chances are you need to adjust this a little bit one way or the other, depending on which way what it's trying to do. All right, we're gonna go leave it up in the top gear here because that's where I like to start off. Sweet. Other than getting the finalized height of the seat adjusted, we're just about there. I'm gonna go over here. Now that we've got the battery in place, let's see if I can watch this thing come on here. Don't forget to tighten up this bolt here that holds your control in place. They don't ship them with them very tight, it looks like. Power on. Hope you guys can see this screen okay. We're going to pedal assist. Just go all the way up to 5 for now. Let's just see what that does. Well, we'll do 1. And then I'm just going to pedal it back here like this. As soon as you start pedaling, you can hear the motor kick in. And pedal assist 1, the fastest it's going to help you out at is about 7 or 8 miles an hour. Now, if I pedal at the same rate and pedal assist 5, watch what it does. It's going to take off. And I'm just doing this right here, guys. So you're going to do 19, to 20 miles an hour. Alrighty, folks, that pretty much concludes the assembly of the bike out of the box. Now, on disc brakes like this, whether they're hydraulic or manual disc brakes, cable-driven disc brakes, they're not going to perform as well until you use them a few times and get the brakes, what they call burned in, and you'll see the brakes improve over a little bit of time. You still got these barrel nuts on the adjusters that you can always make these slight adjustments on to make sure things are staying tuned up, as it were. But I'm excited to get on this and put some miles on it and see how well it performs. But so far I have not been disappointed with this particular brand of bike. I have a couple of them now and been pleasantly surprised, and they're tougher than you think they'd be for the price point that they're at. But there again, any bike you buy, whether it's road bike, mountain bike, commuter bike, when they get them in the box, this is going to cover, let's just call it probably 85 to 90+% of what you're going to run into when you're trying to set one of these up. They come in the box pretty much put together, but you've got to put, handlebars, seat adjustments, pedals, front tire typically, and make maybe some minor adjustments. The wrenches that are involved, a basic set of tools, metric tools typically, will get you through the process. Now, this particular bike came with tools, but as you saw, I used a pedal wrench and I used my little triangular 3-point metric hex wrench. That comes in very handy for stuff like this, and kids are just curious as all get out. But there again, you also pump up your tires. Look at your tire pressure. You're going to have a bicycle pump, because these tires will be slack, because as these tires aren't made of the same tires that your car tires are made out of, and even car tires need to be aired up occasionally. If you're doing what you're supposed to be doing tire-wise and tire maintenance-wise. But these tires will go flat over the winter, for instance, just sitting around. They're not the same. The tubes and the rubber on the tires and everything aren't all designed to hold air as well as it does on your car tire. So I've always noticed on higher pressure tires, say 120 pounds of pressure on road tires, you'd lose 2 to 3 pounds, 4 pounds a day. And these I've got them pumped up to 55. They're 45 to 40 to 65 pounds is the recommended. I like to go up a little bit harder. That way I can ride them. I can go a few days without having to check them. And once they get down to 40, you'll kind of notice when it gets a little slack. You don't know how many people I see riding around town with tires, their back tires like on the rim. It's like, how do you not get a flat tire out of that? They will. They just I don't know how they do it. I always maintain, we checking it out, aren't you, Blake? What do you think? Does it pass the test, buddy? Oh, Blake's curious. All right, folks. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you found it informative and helpful. And if you're planning on buying a bike offline, expect to put it together. And hopefully what I showed you today will help you get the nerve up to buy one online, because it's coming in a box. Or if you go to your big box store and they don't have one in stock on the floor put together, everything I did here, putting this one together, you need to double check it when you buy it from the store as well, just to make sure these bolts are tight, because it's your neck on the line that's going to get on this bike. And if these handlebars slip and do something you're not expecting them to do, yes, you can go back on the company, but you're still the one that's injured. And there's no sense in getting injured. What are you sneezing for, buddy? Morning dew got you? All right. This is Michael saying, if it ain't broke, fix it till it is, and we'll see you on the next video if I'm lucky. And I'm gonna go put some miles on this thing. I'm getting my bending in my knee from my accident I had a couple days ago is starting to let up a little bit, and I'm starting to feel pretty good about it. And I'm ready to go for a ride. And only 3 days later, I'm ready to get back on the horse. All right, I'm out. What's about to happen next is going to make a few of you cringe, because these Concord e-bikes did not come with a bottle rack. They didn't come with any lugs for a bottle rack. But, so I'm going to put one on here, and I'm going to show you how I'm going to do it. I'm going to take this drill. I've kind of marked out what center is. Being that it's just aluminum, it's going to drill real easy like that. Do another one right here. I've got it laid out already. Come on. Just like that. Got 2 holes. Now you're kind of asking yourself, well, there ain't no threads, Michael. You ain't got no threads in it. Ain't got no threads in it. That's where this nutsert tool comes in. So we'll stick that down in here. If I got the hole big enough, I hope I do. Ooh, we got to go one size a little bit bigger. Thought I had selected the right size. Let's just go a little bit bigger. Silly me, had the wrong size thing on the end of here, so it just sucked it up in there. Let's see if we can do that a little bit better this time. Feels like that bit pretty good. Looks pretty good. Let's do another one. Beautiful. Perfect. Perfect. Just like that, we got ourselves a bottle holder right there in the handy grab area. Now we got to do it one more time on another bike. Now this is going to play a little different because it's on the seat tube. So I measured down, and my seat post goes down about 5 inches, which is here. But I want to put the holes here and here. So we should be good to go there. Now the only problem is the seat post won't go down any further anymore, but this is my bike, so that's all that matters. Same as we did before. Just like that. Got a bottle holder on this bike now. Where's that, baby? Put my seat back right in here. Right where I had it marked. It'll still go down that far is all. That's fine. Can't be mad at that. Shouldn't be in the way of anything there, pedal-wise. Should be good to go. I'm happy with that. So now, both my Concord bikes have bottle holders where they didn't have it before. Thank you, Nutsert Tool. Well, folks, that's what it takes to put one of these together. Please send, comment down below if you have any questions or comments about what I did right or didn't do right, or if it helped you. What I like about this bike is it's out of the box sturdy. I mean, I I'm 6'1", it fits me very well. It has another inch or so on the post here. The handlebar position is comfortable at my height. At a shorter height, it would still be comfortable, I feel. Now, the differences between these two bikes, bought within a week of each other. This one came in a box. This one, did I get this one in a box? Yeah, this one was in a box too. I had to think about it for a second. Previous video. And put it together in a parking lot. This one does not have a thumb throttle, where this one does. And if you find a thumb throttle is something you might want to have, this one only has pedal assist when you're pedaling. Now, you don't have to pedal at the same speed as the bike's going, but you got to have your feet moving for the pedal assist to continue to work. Whereas that one, you can just hit the thumb throttle and go. Both of these are advertised as commuter. C-O-M-M-U-T-R. Must be the Chinese way of spelling commuter. Or a play on the word, so to speak. They're not mountain bikes. They're not, you know, they do gravel travel well on, I would call it hard pack trails, like rails to trails type of thing, hard packed, unpaved trails. Mountain biking, no. I took this one actually off trail a little bit, just on a little single track, and without full suspension or any suspension, it's a little rough. I'll admit that. But that's the key difference. Brakes work really well for manual brakes. Don't be alarmed when you first start using them. It's like these don't grab very well. You got to burn them in. You've got to run them and grab them, run them and grab them, and get the brakes burned in. You'll feel them starting to grab better and better, and it'll gain your confidence on that. These will stop you if you need to. They both came with bells, no whistles, just bells. Seats, this seat on the Concorde is a little bit wider by about an inch or two. It definitely was a little more comfortable for me than this one, but this one wasn't awful. Saddlebag, it comes with a luggage rack that's already installed. Fairly heavy duty little luggage rack, to be honest with you. Can't complain about that. It's not this little wiry thing. It's all aluminum, and it's I put these Rock Brothers saddlebags on it. These saddlebags are pretty cool. There'll be links in the description below for these. But these will hold a lot of stuff if you want to pack it clear full. Got the little Velcro closure to help keep the moisture out, so if you get caught in the rain. There's a zip pocket here. I didn't even notice that before. What do we got here? A little zip pocket here. Little things to hang some things in if you needed to. Yeah. Haven't used those yet. I did take this bike. Was it this bike? No, this bike I just took on a 20-mile ride. I got 21 miles on it right now. And just to test it, I did 3 tests on these bikes. Just if you watch this far, you know you've earned this information. This particular bike I put 89 miles on so far. My granddaughter and I went on a 38-mile ride with it. She rode my wife's Magnum e-bike, and I rode this one. And I had the saddlebags. These are quick detach saddlebags. I had them on this rack. Cool part is I actually took 2 extra batteries with me because these Concorde batteries are interchangeable. I actually took 2 batteries with me because I didn't know, would this make a 38-mile round trip on one battery? And, you know, because they tout 20-mile range. Well, I've already proved that this one will do 20 miles easily in pedal assist 2. And since then, I put this in pedal assist 4, and I took extra batteries with me because I went and put 2 batteries in one side, and I filled this side up with oil filters. I went to an O'Reilly's in the next town over on my bike and filled it up with oil filters to restock for all my vehicles. I got just over 26 miles running in pedal assist 4. Not bad. That was actually pretty impressive, especially when it touts 20-mile range. I got 26 off of a pedal assist 4. Pedal assist 5 would have obviously gone down more, but not bad at all. So just for fun, I took this on a 20-mile ride on pedal assist 3, and it easily did 21 miles on pedal assist 3, and I still have 3 bars on the battery left. Cool part about this computer, it'll even tell you how much voltage you have left. It'll tell you how many amps it's coming off. It's a simple little computer, but it has a lot of really good information. It has that's 36.7 volts on my 36-volt system. So can't complain about that. We'll go ahead and shut her off. But yeah, the headlight, integrated headlight, you just push and hold the plus button, the headlight comes on, push and hold again, headlight goes off. Actually a pretty bright headlight for at night. So, you know, I'm not the e-bike aficionado, but for what e-bikes I have and the experience I've had on them so far, these are an easily, for me, I'm happy to jump on this one and go anywhere. This is actually a really good, comfortable riding bike. It has more of these ergo grips that are more shaped here, where these are more round grips. Other than that, and the throttle there, don't need it, need it. It is kind of handy when you're on flat ground and you don't have that hill to coast down and your legs are tired and you need to stand up and stretch for a minute while you're riding, just to hit that throttle and keep going and maintain your current speed you're going. And then when you sit down, re-engage the pedal assist and you're gone. The other thing I've changed out on this one, and I will change on this one as well, is I put some of these GEWAGE pedals. These pedals are sweet. Between these, and I'll put links to both of these. I recommend them both so far. Rock Bros, which is the same place I got the same company that sells the bags. Rock Bro pedals, they're aluminum pedal. They're more of an MTB pedal, mountain bike pedal, and they got some pretty good lugs on them to catch your shoes. I have switched all my bikes. I had clipless on all my bikes, and as I've gotten older now, I don't want to be clipped in because, you know, you don't quite get the leg twist right, you don't get your foot clicked out soon enough, and you forget for a split second you're on the ground. I don't need to fall on the ground anymore. I'm a week later, a little over a week later, and I got this road rash here and this road rash here that's healing up when I cased the front wheel on this thing hard. The front wheel ate it. It did not bend it. I am so impressed with the strength of that wheel. There's no reason that I shouldn't have folded that front wheel when I hit that curb, just square on 90 on with it. And it sent me to the ground. That's the video that's currently, I think, came out this morning. So, in conclusion, do I recommend the Concord e-bikes from Walmart? I don't think you can go wrong here, folks. It has a 20-mile range, which is a good enough riding distance for most people. It'd actually go over 20 miles if you're in pedal assist 3 or lower. It'll definitely go probably closer to 30 miles. Maybe as the battery gains some age on it, it might go down a little bit, but I cannot be any more happy with these bikes than I am. I mean, I'm just stoked. It's all aluminum construction. They got aluminum bars, aluminum neck here, aluminum cranks. Everything's aluminum. So this bike, for an e-bike, they claim less than 50 pounds. I didn't put it on a scale. I am going to scale all my e-bikes one of these days and do a weight comparison. But they're a very manageable bike. Feels very light when you ride it. Feels very nimble and light when you ride it. As light as my road bike almost. I mean, it's just, that's what I'm comparing it to. I got a nice Bianchi road bike, and it handles very well. So, gray or white, that's your two colors you get to choose from. Actually, I kind of like the white over the gray, but especially for video purposes. You probably can't see this one very well. You can see that one very well. But once again, and this has more of a mild knobby tire. That has more of a street tread tire. Both seem to roll equally well. Both seem to have good traction on the pavement. I think the white bike would actually have more traction on the pavement just because it's more of a full street tire look, where this is more of a knobby tire. It's going to wear a little faster. I have already wore the nubs almost off this tire in 21 miles, whereas on this Concord here, this still has the little hairs in the middle tread and the little seam in the middle tread here with 89 miles on it. So those tires are going to wear out a lot faster than these tires. Then you can put on whatever tire you want. But there again, mechanical brakes, can't complain. Mechanical disc brakes, can't complain. Ease of assembly and serviceable parts. All that adds up to, can't complain. Well, folks, hope you enjoyed this video. Hope you learned something. I've learned a lot. I've learned that pavement hurts. Knuckles healing up pretty good too. Yep. At least I didn't have to heal my head up because I was wearing my helmet, as I didn't do early in the video, or just a little bit ago in the video, but I was just bringing the bike around the backyard. And the key is only here. It's not to lock it, it's just to take your battery out. Doesn't keep your bike from being stolen because it can be ridden off without a battery. Actually, it gets a little lighter without a battery. The other nice thing about this style of bike versus my Hemingway is like a 90-pound bike. It's like, I think they tout 88 pounds, but when you hang stuff on it, it's over 90 pounds easy. When it quits electrifying your life, it's a heavy bike to pedal. Well, this one here isn't going to be light, but it ain't, you're also saving about 40 pounds on this bike. And yeah, the Hemingway, bigger tires, full suspension. I mean, it's a Cadillac. When it comes to, in my opinion, it's a Cadillac of an e-bike. Not of e-bikes, but it's a Cadillac e-bike. Get what I'm trying to say? It's a really good riding bike. And those big tires just give you tons of confidence when you're riding. So, yeah, these, we're going to put new pedals on this guy. These are going to be my back and forth go-to. I got my Hemingway. I'm going to basically have 3 e-bikes. The rest of the e-bikes I'll be loaning and letting the family use when they're here visiting and stuff like that. But these 3 will be mine, set up for me and not to be touched. That's just because that's how I am. But the rest of them, I got an extra ones. I'm about ready to sneeze. I got the extra ones so I can share, because chances are I might ride one of these when I go riding with them. Just so we're riding apples to apples bikes. And this 350 watt motor that are on these, it helps quite a bit. You don't really notice it in pedal assist 1, but pedal assist 2, you can definitely pick it up. You can tell when you're going under 8 miles an hour. But when you go to pedal assist 3, 4, and 5, it's got some kick in the butt. It really helps you along. It really encourages you to pedal more, because it's like, oh, this is fun to go fast. You can actually go up a grade and maintain speed. You still getting exercise, folks, is what I'm saying. I've gotten putting over, shoot, now, where am I at? That's 5, 6. I'm probably up 700 miles since I started getting back into biking this year, and this was not until June. So I got 700 miles in between all the bikes so far, test riding and whatnot. And I tell you what, I feel better. I've gotten, my cardio is better. My leg strength is better. Just everything feels better. So I can't encourage you enough to get on a bike, get out there and enjoy some trails, enjoy some big old bike trails and stuff like that, whether they're paved or unpaved, and get out there, enjoy the weather, folks. This is fall time. It doesn't get any better than this right now. Spring and fall, most beautiful time of the years to ride. So this is Michael saying, if it ain't broke, fix it till it is. And we got some more work we're doing on a couple of these that don't work, that I'm trying to repair, and I'm gonna take you guys along for the ride with that as well. And we got car stuff to do yet. My dance card is full. And that's why you're seeing a wide variety on this channel. It's going to be whatever I'm working on, whatever I feel like working on, because I want to, I got to do what makes me happy. If I tried to do everything to make my audience 100% happy, I'd probably be a miserable guy. So I'm taking you along for the ride. If you like what I do, thanks for watching, guys. I really appreciate it. Thanks for the thumbs ups, and thanks for subscribing if you haven't already subscribed. And I'll see you on the next video if I'm lucky. I stole that "if I'm lucky" thing from Dig Drive DIY. Great guy, I watch him a lot. So I didn't steal it, I borrowed it. I mean, it's just a good thing to say, if I'm lucky. Because quite frankly, who knows if they're going to wake up tomorrow? I hope, gosh, I do. I want to wake up tomorrow. I work every day live life to the fullest. That's all I got to say about that. All right. See ya.